Hamas says if Israel doesn't give it all of what it wants, it will kill all 138 hostages. What else do you need to know about them? My next guest is a former Green Beret, fought in Afghanistan and Iraq, also an MMA fighter. He was also at the Gaza border right after the October 7th attacks to get Israelis out of the country. He's the founder of Save Our Allies. Tim Kennedy, thank you very much.
My pleasure, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you taking the opportunity. What do people need to know about what is involved in getting rid of a terror organization like Hamas?
It's wonderful that Americans don't understand violence. It's a really, truly beautiful thing that Americans are completely ignorant about the level of violence that this group is capable of. 80% of the victims from October 7th were tortured. They were raped. They did this on purpose. It was by design. This was 9/11 times 15. This was Pearl Harbor times 20 per capita in the amount of people they killed relative to the size of Israel. Truly horrific. Now they're saying they're going to kill every single one of the hostages. And these hostages have already gone through unspeakable horrors during their time in captivity. This is not a peer-on-peer battle. This is not a state-on-state type war. We are fighting truly evil people. They're not fighting for freedom. They're not fighting for the Palestinian people. That is an absolute marketing ploy, and it's so disingenuous when you actually understand what's happening in Gaza. These are people that have been profiteering off of the suffering of people within Gaza, specifically Palestinians, and they're doing it, of course, at Israelis' expenses. There's only one way that you can deal with insurgents like this, and that is to destroy them. There is no peaceful resolution. They've rejected it time and time again. If you go back through history, all the way back to the Grand Mufti of 1948, they will never accept in any way, shape, or form a peace deal with Israel, and they'll just continue to do violence.
So is Israel doing it the right way, or is there a way to spare more innocents and get rid of the head of the snake?
It's been questioned time and time again about the morality of war. The significant difference between Hamas and Israel is Israel specifically targeting military targets, and of course there's going to be civilian collateral damage, and that is because Hamas is hiding in and amongst civilians. The complete opposite end of that spectrum is what Hamas does, and that is specifically targeting civilians and doing it in the most horrific and evil way. To answer your question, Chris, I honestly believe that they are being way too conservative, that they are being way too civil, that they are trying overly hard to try to minimize civilian casualties. Americans do not have the palate to understand what winning a war like this truly looks like, and to be able to disentangle the evil that has woven its way through the Palestinians into Gaza. It is a level of violence that they just cannot understand. And to see success in this battlefield is a level of violence that they just cannot begin to comprehend.
Tim, when I was over there covering you guys, fighting against all kinds of odds in Iraq and Afghanistan, I always thought, boy, I wish we could show people more of what these men and women are doing for us, and the sacrifice and how hard it is. But maybe it's better that we didn't, based on what we're experiencing now and how they judge these things that we really can't appreciate or understand. I didn't interrupt you that whole time because I got no portfolio to. I appreciate your service to the country. I appreciate your perspective. The only thing I ask is that you'll come back as the state of play changes so we can get your take on what's happening and why.
I appreciate your voice. I'm available anytime. America is in a dangerous position right now, and I hope people realize how vulnerable we are as a nation, especially in comparison. Israel is one of the safest places in the world, and they just experienced one of the worst terrorist attacks in the history of mankind. And you think that you are here safe in America? I really hope that this was a wake-up call for Americans. One, to recognize that anti-Semitism in any way, shape, or form is completely detestable, but also recognizing that we as a nation need to unify under one thing that is, it's an amazing place that we're in. America is a beautiful place. Let's go ahead and get prepared to protect it.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And
Don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.